Welcome to Tabletop Gaming Guild. Today we'll be unboxing an expansion for Memoir 44, which is Pacific Theater. And this is designed by Richard Borg and published by Days of Wonder. This rulebook may seem a little thick, but really it's only a couple pages of rules and the bulk of it is actual scenarios. So basically this adds quite a few different games, essentially. Each scenario is its own setup and rules and objectives, so this adds a huge amount of variety for a small box expansion. The second book is just a French version of the same book. I've heard people complain about having to pay extra for multiple languages in the game, but in reality, it's probably would have been more expensive to have two versions when it comes to a small print run like this. Quite a good selection of new terrain tiles. So on one side you have forest or jungle, quite a few of those, and then on the opposite side you have runways, trenches, rice fields, rivers, and what looks like a insta-made bridge, intra-made dock rather. The second set of tiles contains mostly looks like craters. It's a little hard to tell if they're supposed to be craters or mountains, buildings and such. Everything's like directly top down, so it gives a little bit of lack of three-dimensionality. But I mean, despite that, I mean, once you know what they are, it's pretty easy to tell each one apart. So I mean, the rules will tell you if this is supposed to be a mountain or whatnot. There's 4 of these ship tokens, as well as a whole bunch of these. I'm guessing these are objective tokens. Then we get into the minis. You got a bunch of tanks, artillery, and soldiers here. The tanks are nicely detailed, yet pretty solid looking. I don't have to worry about these breaking at all. Artillery is a little bit more fragile looking, but I think these will do alright without having to worry too much. And here are the soldiers. Everything definitely seems appropriate to the theater of war. And they are pretty generous for a small box expansion as far as how many minis they give you. Overall, my impression of this is, even though it's a small size, it's not really an expansion. This is an entirely new campaign. So yes, you cannot play this without the base game, but you're adding so much content here. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check us out on other social media such as Instagram and Facebook, and don't forget to like and subscribe.